Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving into a topic that's as old as humanity itself, but is just as relevant today as it was back then: fear. Now, you might be thinking, fear, really? Come on. But stay with me here. See, fear, it's like this uninvited guest that shows up in all of our lives. Sometimes it's a whisper, sometimes it's a shout, but it's always there. And here's the kicker: fear often holds us back from chasing our dreams, from taking that leap of faith, from living the life we're after. But what if, and hear me out on this, what if you could turn that fear into your greatest ally? What if you could take the things you fear and not only conquer them, but use them as stepping stones to the life you want to create? Now that's a big question, isn't it? Let's break it down. First off, let's talk about understanding your fear. You see, fear is a natural part of life. It's wired into all of us. When we're afraid, it means we're challenging ourselves, we're pushing our boundaries, and that's a good thing. So instead of seeing fear as something to avoid or run from, how about we acknowledge it? The first step to taming fear is recognizing it for what it is: a signal that you're about to do something extraordinary. Think about it. Fear often pops up when we're about to do something new, like asking that girl or guy out on a date, or starting a new project at work, or maybe even taking a class to learn something we've always wanted to. In those moments, fear might try to convince us to stay in our comfort zone, to stick with what's familiar, safe, and comfortable. But here's where the magic happens. By acknowledging our fear, we start to realize that it doesn't have the power over us that we give it. Fear is like a pesky little voice in our head, but it's not the boss of us. We are. Next up, let's talk about facing your fear. Once you've acknowledged your fear, the next step is to face it head on. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go all in right away. That's like trying to sprint a marathon. You've got to pace yourself. Instead, take small steps. Break down your big goals into smaller ones and celebrate every win along the way. For example, let's say you've always wanted to give a presentation in front of a large audience. Start small. Maybe practice in front of a mirror or in front of a few friends or family members. Get comfortable with the material, with the idea of being in the spotlight. Then as you gain confidence, you can start to face bigger crowds. Each time you step outside your comfort zone, you'll feel a sense of empowerment, a feeling of, "I did it," that will fuel your journey. And remember, it's okay to feel nervous. In fact, it's a sign that you're growing, you're evolving. It's like leveling up in a video game. Now, don't get me wrong, there will be times when fear tries to trip you up. It's persistent like that. But the more you face your fears, the weaker it becomes. Think of it like a rubber band. The more you stretch it, the more elastic it becomes. Same goes for you. The more you face your fears, the more resilient you become. Finally, let's talk about learning from failure. Now, I know it doesn't sound like fun, but failing, it's part of the journey. It's the other side of the coin of success. Every great success story is also a story of countless failures. Thomas Edison, the famous inventor, he didn't just invent the light bulb on his first try. No, he failed thousands of times before he got it right. But did he let that stop him? Nope. He saw each failure as a lesson, a step closer to his goal. So next time you face a setback, instead of beating yourself up, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Maybe you didn't get that job you applied for. Use that disappointment as fuel to work harder, to sharpen your skills, to try again next time. We're all capable of amazing things. There's a saying that I love that goes, "Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." So don't let fear hold you back. Don't let it dictate your life. Instead, learn to understand it, to face it, and most importantly, to learn from it. Now I want to challenge you. Start today. Look within and identify one fear that's been holding you back, one dream that you've been wanting to pursue. Write it down. Create a plan. Share it with someone who will support you. Take that first step today. And remember, you're not alone in this journey. I'm right there alongside you, cheering you on. Together, let's conquer fear and create a life that we're excited about. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep moving forward.